We are look, the devil be trying, man. Look, I got a backup rewind. All right. So I said today there is a word before we get started. And look, he wanted y'all to miss all that, but it's not gonna happen today. We're gonna backtrack. I don't care how much time it takes. Okay. Thank you for letting me know about the sound. I got a message too as well from you all in the CNC. Go ahead and share this. I guess my mic is not connected. I got a new system I gotta set up. Anyway, the word today. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 15. It says, now there lived in a city a man poor but wise, and he saved the city by wisdom. But nobody remembered that poor man. So I said, wisdom is better than strength. But the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are no longer needed. The quiet words of the wise are more to be heeded than the shouts of a ruler of fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. As I stated earlier, that this is an opportunity for us to live different, to move different. Our mindset has to shift, right? We have to let all of the experiences, all the things that we did before go, leave them in the past, right? And live as holy as we possibly can. And as we have those experiences, we develop wisdom, right? That wisdom, it can be applied to so many things, whether it be our investment strategies, our relationships, the people that we associate with, our jobs. We have to continue to evolve. And my brothers and sisters, today, that is what I want for you. I want you to evolve with a godly mindset, a holy mindset. I want you to live in abundance. I want you to know that today is an opportunity for you to apply everything that you have learned to go to the next level and let every devil be defeated that tries to stop you from having what God wants you to have. So, that being said, y'all, let's get right to it. Let's talk about the markets today. I got to make sure I put in the comments to let people go past the first beginning of this. So, my apologies on that. First things first, let's take a look at the trending stocks for today. And then again, this is all going to help you guys out as far as what you plan to do today. Understand this is not financial advice. I cannot tell you what to buy or sell. In fact, I'm going to just make this a little bit bigger here for you. I hope you guys can see that. So what I like to do when I'm looking at the trending stocks, I look at the percentage change of the day. You got a few penny stocks that are running pretty good. But I don't know if you remember, just on yesterday, I told you guys, take a look at NEO. NEO has earnings on next Thursday. We also got MongoDB is having a little bit of momentum today. PayPal. Also keep in mind when you're looking at PayPal to look at Square, the Cash App, look at SoFi. Those are some good proxies for that play. And guess what else is running? James Bond, Palantir, right? Palantir, we've been talking about it all year. We got in at $7. This thing's at $31, up 2% today. If you're positioned long for this thing is probably going to keep running. Even with what's happened with NVIDIA, the market said, nah, we good. We're going to keep doing what we've been doing all year. So we're going to continue that momentum. It looks like today we've got a few tickers that are not doing well. Dell, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, of course. And then, of course, Ulta tanked yesterday. But we'll take a look at those tickers. I ended up not playing them. I like to play it safe. And also, I want to tell you guys that if you have my bundle, you can tap in with my team today. They will be live trading. You may see me pop in, and we're going to have a good time on there. But if you have this, there's a link in there for you to live trade with my friends and I, so tap in with us. If you don't have this, go to the trading gems on my Discord. It also tells you the order to view these classes. And guess what? They're going to be 5 nights with Mark starting on September the 2nd, where I'm going to walk you through from beginning to end if you have this class. So tap in, make sure that you get the everything bundle. Today is actually the last day that you can get it. I will be taking it off. So get locked in today. If you want this discount that you see here, shoot me a DM, or you can join the trading gems. There's something special right there for you. Just scroll up. All right. Also, if you haven't already, make sure that you check out my website, www.rogers1906.com. As you can see, I try to keep my classes simple and easy to understand. It's a pretty cool thing. I'm making some updates to it, so make sure y'all tap in. This is real life, real games, real people, and we like to make it do what it do. Now let's get to the charts. Okay, that's what you all came here for. Today, The market, it's kind of flat, but it's relatively green from what I saw on CNBC this morning. We're still waiting on this. I think it's the C, uh, PCE. Yeah, I think it's the PCE that comes out today. I'm gonna double check that real quick. Um, That's right. Yeah, core PCE comes out today at 8:30 Eastern. That's about a few minutes away, 22 minutes. And we can see right now, I got NVIDIA on the chart first because, again, this is something a lot of you all invested in. I hope you guys saw yesterday as a buying opportunity for NVIDIA. Again, this is a good long-term investment. I really think this one will do well. All right. So I'm very bullish on NVIDIA for the long term. If we can happen to break above that $119.76, you have a short squeeze to the upside. We'll test 120.46, but understand that resistance is very strong. But we have a buying opportunity all the way out to 2026, 2025 on NVIDIA to get position now, because they even told us in the earnings call that NVIDIA is going to produce those Blackwell chips. Fourth quarter distribution will be done and this thing will move. So uh, don't be distracted by the dip too much. Understand it could possibly not be over. The dip could possibly continue, okay? And it possibly could go lower, but take advantage of every short squeeze where it bounces to the upside, or even position for the long term and continue the dollar cost average if you see fit. Okay, this is the 1 day time frame. We'll zoom out to the weekly. You can see it's still trending above our 10-day exponential moving average, which is what I like to see for long-term plays. This is the weekly. The monthly will show you that we're still in a long-term uptrend on the monthly and the quarterly. So this is just a temporary dip, okay? Temporary dip, and take advantage of every opportunity if you're a long-term investor for an NVIDIA. All right, so what I like to look at on Fridays, particularly our ETFs regarding the S&P index, SPY, SPY, all right, and QQQ, right? One thing I do teach, especially in the flawless trading system, is staying in a box. Okay, what I mean by that is you find you a ticker that you know that pays you well, and you trade that ticker if you day trade, right? So I like SPY today. As we can see, it's holding above that 560.16, which I told you guys yesterday is a critical level as far as SPY's momentum. We almost got down to that 557 on yesterday as well. And if we had a broken that 557.11 on SPY yesterday, the market likely would have tanked even worse. All right, so we had a great opportunity to ride it on some puts, and then we had a great opportunity to have a few calls, whether we swung them or not, you know. So today we have a chance to day trade them, which is what I like to do. And I'll be looking for SPY to possibly break to 563.65 if PCE shows that inflation has been cut. If we have a negative PCE, again, I'll be looking for that 560.16 level to the downside and worse. All right, so these numbers that come out at 8:30 are going to be extremely important. Also, I like playing QQQ, which follows the NASDAQ, right? There are certain tickers that you can follow that align with this. Now, currently in the past, it's been NVIDIA. Yesterday, it was actually Apple and the NASDAQ itself. You could literally watch the price action of Apple and the NASDAQ, and you can see how QQQ was going to move, right? So I like to use some of those things as proxies, if you will, to see the momentum, all right? So right now, I'm expecting QQQ to possibly continue this uptrend if NVIDIA continues to move up, if Apple also continues to move up. It looks like this morning, Apple has already kind of pulled back to 230. Let's verify that. Oh, it's at 231, so it started moving back up. So it's at 231 right now. So if Apple continues to move like this, best believe we may have some bullish momentum. But again, we won't know what the market is going to do officially until about 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central Time. All right, so I do like Apple a lot. Now, again, next week I told you guys Neo has earnings, so I would be watching Neo closely. It bumped up yesterday, and it's kind of pulling back now a little bit. In addition to Neo, I would keep my eyes on none other than Tesla. Tesla's usually having this 7 to 10% move per week. And right now we've got a little bit of resistance on Tesla above 209.70. I'll be looking at 211, 212, and maybe even 217 swing trades. Again, I see every dip as a buying opportunity, but Tesla's also a good long-term play. All right, so real quick, I want to show you one more thing, and then we're gonna get you out of here. Oh, I gotta look at some crypto for you guys. I don't want to leave that out today. All right, let's see. All right, let's take a look at Trady Ticks. All right, and that's TradyTics.com. All right, this is a paid subscription. Um, it's if the juice is worth the squeeze, make the juice. That's how I feel. This is one of those programs, those websites that have been very beneficial to my approach to trading and my due diligence and research. So I highly recommend this site. It's 10 out of 10. It's a great site. So looks like small caps are moving today. The leader this morning appears to be IWM, which follows the Russell 2000. Energy is a hot sector. Technology is still the worst. Marvell is up 11.68%, which is lit. Okay. And currently, just looking at the overall market, we got a lot of green in our large cap tickers, your Apple, your Microsoft, Nvidia, even Alibaba is moving, Amazon, Google, Walmart, Coke. All of these companies are doing quite well today. So if you're looking for some place to put your eggs, take a look at some of those larger cap tickers today. Biggest gainers again is Marvell. I'm surprised it says Dell is moving. Baba, Asdes, ticker ADSK. Lulu's actually bounced back up even after the dip from earnings, and JD. All right. I even see Intel on there. Wow. I'm shocked to see that. All right. To the downside, um, I haven't heard of any of these tickers until it gets to CCI. You got ALNY, Dow, DOW, KHC, and SMFG, and then I know CCI. All right, so it looks like we've got some really unknown biggest losers this morning. Also, I like looking at the options market here. This is going to record everything that took place yesterday, but you had a lot of flow going into Apple, Tesla, the semiconductor ETF, NTNX. That's a new one for me. Palo Alto Network, and even Coinbase. And we all crushed it with the firm yesterday. I didn't even talk about that here with you guys, but the CNC, they got it. I talked about it on Monday, and also in the after party for the CNC. So it was a perfect storm. All right. The biggest call change was on Square, the Cash App, NVIDIA, SPY, Intel, Silver, the Silver ETF, Apple, Tesla, Coin, and once again, a firm. All right. So I like to look at the cheaplies as well. These are what I call lotto plays. I'm not in any of these other than possibly QQQ and NVIDIA are on my watch list. So I'll probably be making some moves today for some long term positions in both of them because we all know where NVIDIA is going. Okay. So it's almost a no brainer. Now, real quick, I'm going to go and look at some crypto for you guys, mainly just Bitcoin. And I want to see how the price action is looking today because, again, I'm mostly concerned about what happens on Sundays for Bitcoin. All right, because that's the day that it quote unquote closes. All right, here we go. All right, and we can see that Bitcoin bounced off of the bottom of the bull flag. We've got a little bit of resistance right here. This is the 10-minute time frame. 59,657 is our first target, and it looks like it's about to break that live while I'm talking to you now. Today, if we happen to get above $60,714, Bitcoin is going to run. So this PCE number is going to be critical for today's momentum. So let's keep an eye and see what happens with those results, as previously stated. We zoom out to the 1-day time frame. We can see that we had some nice support yesterday. We were at like 60,000 yesterday. We're sitting in the support zone. We need to be above $59,938. Ultimately, again, we won't break out until we get at least to 68,294. I don't know when that's going to happen. Hopefully, at least by November, we'll be at 71 to 80,000 on Bitcoin. So I like anything MicroStrategy, Coinbase related past that date. So I think Bitcoin is still a solid play, still a very solid play. All right. Eventually, I guess I'll take my drawings off of here, but I like Bitcoin, of course, and then of course I like to take a look at Ethereum and Solana. All right. So Ethereum it made a little move, but it's still consolidated around that $2,500 range. This morning, we're still not in a solid uptrend. We did break our 10 and 20-day EMA. It's in a very tight position right now. Look at all of this resistance here. So we needed above 25.44 to see any type of test towards our 800 EMA at $2,587. But Ethereum is in a position where we can definitely accumulate. Again, we're thinking about the long-term position. For a long term, I think this again is a very solid cryptocurrency. Okay, so those are the two that I am going to talk about today. Again, I didn't want to keep you guys too long. Um, I got on here with the audio choppy this morning, but I thank God for each and every one of you guys that was able to tap in with me today. It's Fishing Friday once again. If you have that everything bundle, tap in for the live trading today, and we look forward to seeing you guys. And always remember to keep God first and secure the bag. I will see you guys next Tuesday. So have a great day. Peace.